Right, this guy turned up this morning. It's a Triumph Thunderbird 1700. It's actually not my bike, I'm just doing some work on it for someone. But as you can see, right there, it's got a TTS Supercharger on it. So what I'm doing today is I'm just going to put the map on it for the Supercharger. So to be able to talk to the ECU on a Triumph Thunderbird with Tune ECU, you need a dongle like that with a USB lead. So this is a Lonelec KL1, which is the recommended USB dongle to use for Tune ECU. My bobber uses Bluetooth, but when you use this lead, which is the way it's done on a Thunderbird, which is how it works, you can actually read the map which is on the ECU already. When you do it via Bluetooth like on mine, you can't do that. So first thing we need to do is connect a battery charger up to it to keep the battery voltage up. While we're doing this, this bike's actually got a lead what goes to the battery, but if you get the seat off, you can get to the battery terminals like that. And also under this left hand side panel you got your OBD2 plug, which is where we plug our diagnostic connector into. So I plug my Lonelec adapter into there, and then the USB lead. Shut up. Right, when you order the Lonelec device, you get a choice of what USB lead you want, and I've got a USB-C because I'm using a tablet. It's hard to get that in and hold the camera at the same time. Right. I'll ask you, allow Tune ECU to access that, which is the dongle. Yep, okay. Let's go and turn the ignition on. Then we hit ECU, connect. And that means, that little green thing means it's got a USB connection. The yellow flashing means it's trying to connect. When it's green, it's connected, or connecting. When it's blue, it's connected. So 13.1 volts, we know our battery charger's working. So now we can actually read the map which is on the bike, which I think takes a while. I actually took the headlight fuse out of it as well, because if it's going to have that ignition on for 20 minutes to read this map, it's probably going to take that long to flash it as well. So I took the headlight fuse out to keep the battery voltage up. So if I go to map, no, not map, if I go to ECU and hit read map, remove headlight fuse and connect to battery charger. Okay, I've removed the headlight fuse and it's on a battery charger. Okay, map 20363. Let's go read. "26 minutes to do that it's going to take." So now this has actually read the map off of the bike. As you can see there, it's a 20363. So what I'll do now is I will hit map, then I'll hit save, and I'll save that as 20363 map Chris, because it's Chris's bike. So I'll save that. The map was already on there because I've already saved it, but I'm doing this again to show you how to do it. So now I've got a copy of the map which was on the bike. So if anything happens, we can put the original map back on the bike. But what we're going to do now is we're going to put a supercharger map on it. And I'll show you the map. So if I hit map and then compare, and then I'll compare it to the supercharger base map, you can see everywhere with these little white dots is different. And if I hold my finger on it, that will show you the difference. So this is the supercharger map, and this is the map which we've just taken off the bike. So as you can see, the duty cycle of the injectors is a lot longer. But the most important thing is if we go to the timing, you can see the standard is about 24 degrees maximum at full throttle, and it's only about 17 with the supercharger. So this is what we want. And also if I go to the AFR will be noticeably different. See, 13 there, 12.6 there, so it's a lot richer top end for the supercharger, and the rest is very similar, apart from here at lower range. So now if I open the supercharger map, that's the supercharger base map, we're going to flash that onto the bike. If you need to know anything about how to do stuff on Tune ECU, the best way, the best information is if you hit the three dots and hit help and then go basic guide. It comes up with everything you want to know. So it will tell you about licensing, it will tell you what bikes are compatible, it will tell you what hardware and stuff you need and the recommended ones. Tell you how to download a map and put it on the bike. So everything you want to know is here. So it'll tell us how to flash a map onto a bike. So where's that? Write a map to the ECU. Right, so let's get this supercharger map on the bike. So I'm connected to the bike with the interface there. I've got the battery charger on it so that we don't lose voltage, and I've got the headlight fuse removed to keep the battery voltage up. So we turn the ignition on, we hit ECU connect, see yellow lights flashing there, so it's trying to connect, and now it's green, which means it's connected, and it's showing you the battery voltage as well, 13.2 volts, which is nice. You can see the battery charge is working. So now I hit ECU reprogram. It says remove a headlight fuse and connect to battery charger. Yeah, we've done that. I hit OK. Incorrect values can damage the ECU. Yeah, OK. Now it should be reprogramming. Reprogramming process 9 minutes, so that's a good sign. Right, reprogramming done. Hit OK. Switch ignition off. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Right, unfortunately I'm not going to be able to start it up because of this fuel leak. So that's how you remap the ECU on a Triumph Thunderbird. It's pretty easy. You just got to make sure that your battery voltage is good all the time, because if the battery voltage drops or you lose your connection, like your tablet or your phone goes flat and you're halfway through reprogramming the ECU, that's no good, because you may not be able to get it back again. So make sure your battery voltages, everything's charged up, your battery voltages are all up to scratch, and you should be good. So that's that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. And have a great day.